Hi. Uh, so you're probably noticing that this video is quite a bit shorter than my other ones, and there's a reason for that. You see, all my audio was lost. Yippee! It happened in the last video too, but now it's all of it. You see, my audio recording device, which I'll show on screen here, it ran out of battery midway through my recording, and I just ended it there. And I didn't return to it for the rest of the time, really. So I'm just going to be here watching it through and talking about it kind of like I did for the ending of last episode. But yeah, after that, let's get into it. Damn, Minecraft knows me real well. Whisker Gaming 9 is me. Alright, so here is where I did start the video. Before, look at that fool thinking you can hear him. Imagine that. What a fool. Thinks it's gonna be saved. Thinks things are going to go well. What a loser. Anyways, so yeah, here I am talking about kind of the plan for the video to come. I'm looking at the platform, which was built in the last episode. Thank you. I know it looks beautiful. And I am talking probably about going inside there and kind of making an entrance to get to the top, which is where I'm going to put my treehouse, my base of operations. And for that, I needed to go on a bit of a journey to get some spruce. I'm going crazy there. I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, I need to go on a journey to get spruce wood, which I knew where it was beforehand, so it wasn't a crazy long journey or anything, but it was kind of more than I expected starting it. So yeah, here is a bit of that journey. Here I go getting sidetracked by mining some more, even though I've spent the past 2 episodes or so mining. And here I come across, for the first time in this playthrough, my worst enemy, powdered snow. And we're almost at the top of the peak, and we will soon see the beautiful view from the top of the mountain. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Here's a forest fire I was unable to prevent, if you remember from last episode. And we have finally arrived back at the base. Yeah, okay, so maybe I did end up with more resources than intended once again, but there will almost definitely become a time where I will probably be glad that I have gotten more than intended, and I'll be glad that I got sidetracked, because in the far future, knowing me, far future, how I upload these, but in the far future, I will surely come across a build that I will need these materials for, and we can only wait for that day to come. Alright, I got my little base of operations set up now. So now I am actually going to start building it after I get more slabs. Do that first, yeah. So yeah. I think I should explain sort of what this is. I mentioned it's a staircase to the top where there's going to be the treehouse, but I kind of have the hole there, so I'm kind of making a dock, so it's like boats can come in, sail in, or you can swim in, and you can kind of land here, and it's kind of a nice, like, simple, kind of shabby area that kind of will go up, and it will be this magical treehouse, and I think that's kind of like just a cool aesthetic to kind of have for this. So that's what I decided to go for, and yeah. Now I am building the actual landing area, and soon I will be starting on the staircase, because there wasn't that much to do for this. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm actually making it a spiral staircase up. So yeah, it's just going around the walls. Currently, I'm doing like 2 slabs per level. I eventually decide that is too small, so I go up to 3. Super interesting, I know, but there's not much for me to talk about with this, so I'm just trying my best here. As I'm building the staircase, I make plenty of mistakes along the way, because if I didn't, come on, this wouldn't be a Whisker Gaming video. And you know what else a Whisker Gaming video couldn't do without? That's right, a good old-fashioned rant. Alright, here comes the time-lapse of me expanding the stairs. Woohoo! Yeah, I got a bunch more slabs crafted up. Got my small base of operations moved inside, as you might have seen. But yeah, let's actually get to talking about some stuff now. So, you might remember from last episode, I mentioned kind of how I'm talking less and less about Ghibli. And that was not really what I intended to happen when I came up with the idea of the series. I expected to just talk about it nonstop the entire series. But lo and behold, it's kind of because some of my interests have expanded more beyond Ghibli. I still love them, but there was a big break, and I didn't watch much Ghibli throughout that. But yeah, it's still a very formative part of me, so that's why I still love it, and why I'm still doing the series. But lately I have gotten into more anime stuff. Like I have watched One Piece, Death Note, Evangelion, stuff like that. Just a bunch of anime, and I plan to watch more. Something I also kind of wanted to talk about, though, is how I feel like Studio Ghibli has influenced more and more. Because there is one anime that I also started watching called Frieren, and if it is not inspired by Ghibli, then I don't know what I'm even talking about, because there's just, even just a little bit, it's got to be inspired. And also, even outside Japan, like I've heard the Pixar film Luca was partially inspired by Ghibli. That is just what I've heard. I have not verified it. But yeah, I think that's really cool how that's been happening. And yeah, not much to rant about during this short time lapse. So, enjoy the rest of the video. Boom, sent off. So now that I have properly built out the staircase, I decide to go and gather some dark oak wood, which I can use to kind of give it somewhat of a waterlogged effect, the staircase, without having it actually be waterlogged. It just kind of, you add dark patches, and and that just kind of makes that wood just looks darker when it's wet. So it gives the effect of it being waterlogged. Or you can either see it like that, or you can just see it as looking like a chocolate chip cookie. And I think either is good. So either staircase, inedible staircase, or a delicious cookie. Either is fine. But yeah, I also kind of do it so it starts out kind of more densely packed, the dark oak slabs, and then as it gets higher to the top, there is less of it because of course it would be less wet farther from the water. Even it might just not be wet, but who cares about realism? This is Minecraft we're in. And I also just expand the staircase out a little bit more just because I felt like it wasn't quite wide enough for a super comfortable ascent. It was fine, but I think it just was better wider. So, yeah. Alright, before I run out of footage to talk over, I think I should say something. Just say thanks, as I normally do in these videos. Thanks for watching. And I'm sorry this was a short video, but it's kind of good for me because I mentioned I have other interests other than Ghibli and Minecraft, and one of those will be involved in the next episode. And while I'm doing that episode, I can't really do this series, so that will be the only video out for a while. And I hope you will look forward to seeing what exactly I will be covering in that episode. And either stick around or come in fresh, and this is not your first video and you've maybe already seen it. Who knows? But yeah. And after that, I got other content coming, hopefully, that will be different. So I just look forward to it. I hope you're excited as I am, even. Subscribe. My worst enemy, powdered snow. And no, before you comment it, I will not put on leather boots. I know they stop you from sinking, but I will not admit defeat like that. Instead of wasting your time commenting about that, comment about the first Ghibli movie you want me to cover instead. Okay? Thank you. I just lose everything. Oh, darn. If you can hear me, yeah, there was a lot of